Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Captain America issue number 1, Empyre, ancillary issue. Call it a tie-in if you want for the sake of brevity, but it's ancillary. It's not a part of the main series. And I respect Ta-Nehisi Coates for that. Him saying, I've got a story to tell. I don't want your stupid stories in. Captain America is crucial to this. Cool. Have somebody else write that story. I'm doing my own story. All right? You hired me to do that. I'm not interested in doing this other nonsense. Cool. I respect the hell out of that. I do. Also, we get somebody else writing Captain America for an issue or 3. This is actually going to be a 3-parter. So, cool. Let's get talking about who made this comic book, and we'll give credit where credit's due. I also do have a little bit of problems with this comic book, but I'll tell you the bad things first. And then I'll go into some of the good things about the book. So the writer is Philip Kennedy Johnson. The artist is Ariel Olivetti. Color art, Rachel Rosenberg. And letters, VC's Ariana Maher with Joe Caramagna. So Ariana Maher, brand new to the VC inking line, lettering line. Awesome. Covers by Mike Henderson and Nolan Woodard, and there's a variant cover by Steve Epting. Carlos Lau does the graphic design. Of course, Joe Simon and Jack Kirby created Captain of Mother Effin' America, baby. So this is of course an ancillary issue, tie-in-esque, and a couple characters are named in here, military veteran soldiers, almost like a new Howling Commandos thing. And are they going to go any place? Is this going to be a first appearance that, like, holy crap, this is cool? There's a possibility with one of them specifically. Two of them specifically. Either way, you know what? However you're going to look at this was actually really fun. These characters, even if they don't show up anyplace else, so this is like a first and only appearance, I'm okay with that. I really am. Because they were just done so well. When you can make secondary characters that you may or may not ever hear from again really matter, damn, I'm impressed. I'm genuinely impressed by stuff like that. And Johnson does a freaking great job of that in this comic book. Captain America in and of himself, he doesn't really come off as much Captain America-y as I would like him to, but it is what it is. At least he's actually Captain America in this. He, as opposed to, hiding and running and blah, 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 where it's like I'm reading an Avengers comic book where Captain America's front and center and he's awesome. And then I'm, over here, there's the main line where it's like he's nowhere to be found. It's shocking at the very least. No matter how you cut it, though, I really enjoyed this comic book. While there were some parts in here that were a little bit silly, like Captain America, the thing that I disliked the most is, this one guy winds up getting this thing inside, and it's like it's plants implant seeds. That's what they do, and Captain America's just like, what's happening? Nobody pays attention to that, and every single one of us can see what's about to happen here, and it's like, really? That's it? You're just gonna? And maybe this is just a part of the art. I don't know what's up, but he was obviously implanted with something, clearly, evidently, and it pays off at the end. Yes, he was. And we don't say anything. That's the one thing I really didn't like about this. Everybody in this comic book was stupid in that particular moment. Nobody paid attention to that. I did, however, like a lot of everything else that's happening here. The general that gets in Captain America's face, and he starts to get caught in his feelings because, like, I'm a general and blah, blah, blah. That's a way that a lot of officers actually work, and him thinking that he can actually command Captain America to do whatever. Captain America doesn't actually work for the army. Just because he's got that title doesn't mean that you can actually tell him what to do. That would be very similar to this general thinking he could tell Colonel Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, what to do. Different branch of service. All that being what it is. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. And there are still last standing orders. It is what it is. So I genuinely did enjoy what was happening in this comic book. So much of what happened here, it's like there was a lot of adventure, a lot of excitement. There's still a story being told. It is, again, an ancillary issue. This is part 1 of 3. Doesn't have anything to do with the current Captain America story. This actually has a lot more to do with what's happening in the Avengers comic book than the actual Captain America ongoing does. So I'm all on board with this. Do I think that Mr. Johnson could actually continue writing a Captain America book after Mr. Coates has finished writing his run? I think I've said it before. Yeah, he does a good job of it. And him doing this small story where certain things happen because they need to happen as opposed to explaining why they happen, I would like to see that resolved. I would like to see that fixed. But overall, I enjoyed this. This was a regular fun read. It was not deep and by any stretch of the imagination. I would go to Coates for that. but like action, adventure, a story that just kept on moving, characters who I could actually get behind. I'm like, I don't know who this backup character is, but please don't let this person die. Like, I'm rooting for for some of these people to live. It's fun, dude. This is a fun comic book. I'm liking this. Anyway, I'm also out. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, like the video if you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you all later. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.